is now here. Pradeep ji aa rahe, chha gaye.
Lovely.
Welcome. Congratulations. Rajdeep, join us. This is very good news.
Where is my Mysore Pak?
This is the hero. Well done.
Bring
Once
the
again.
Mysore Pak and I'm going to cross it right.
You
It's
got
1
some Mysore
o'clock.
Pak as well.
You know, it's 1 o'clock. I haven't had breakfast also today,
We
unfortunately.
just fed you so many idlis and vadas. How can that be discounted?
अरे ये box कौन खोलेगा?
129 leads, 122 to 140 was the tally that you'd given. Many in the BJP thought you'd lost the plot. 130
Exact
now.
center point.
131 was your center point. 130. No matter who wins, and there's some KGF music playing, Kolar Goldfields comes from old Mysore. That's where the Congress is done well. Yash is
Lovely.
here.
Yash
The
is
of
here.
politics is here. The Yash of polling is here.
Mysore
he
Pak.
gets the first Mysore Pak.
Yeah.
Round of applause.
Well done.
So much stress. Sir, आप खाओ ना मैं आपको खिलाता हूँ.
Rahul Kawal is a fit guy. Rahul Kawal होने दो.
Let him eat first. He has to eat. He has to eat. Why are we eating the food? He's the one who took all the stuff. If this
Mysore
had
Pak,
been the other
wonderful
way around, if this had been the other way around, his head would have been on the guillotine. His head would have been in the guillotine. It's come also from Karnataka. Okay, I'll have a little.
Mr. Kawal is a fit man,
Yeah.
unlike us. Okay. Come on.
No, but
Professor Shastri, the
Were you
encyclopedia of
highly
Karnataka.
stressed? Right now, of course, there's
Ashok Malik.
kind of music playing.
This time, let me
Preeti,
tell
come
you.
on.
Yeah. अरे वाह ऊंचा करो इसको सलाम रॉकी भाई it should say
Ramakrishna.
we should say Rajdeep Salam Gupta ji
Salam Gupta
instead of
ji.
Rocky bhai or are you okay with being called
What is
Rocky
that
bhai?
walk that he does? There's a walk, right?
Acha wow you did it with
yeah.
Yash
Let-
yeah
let's
now
do
you
it.
should go
Dancing,
Pradeep
walk.
ji करके दिखाओ come on
Walk.
come on Pradeep ji do that Gupta ji walk
You
come
gotta
on
do
this
a
is
walk, like.
Rocky bhai walk
You got to do a Rocky Bhai walk.
करके दिखा दो
You want to do a dance or not? Quick
no
dance.
yeah look at that come on this is no
dance,
one
walk.
second
We're not dancing, we're walking. We've got Mysore Pak.
No, this
And
doesn't
the
work.
reason
One second. You didn't walk like Yash. Come on, walk like Yash, like the proper way.
Okay, we'll both.
Okay, both can walk together. Both can walk together.
I'll show you, you can follow.
Tell me how.
Yash taught him. Yash taught him.
You're hiding him.
Pradeep, yeah, you're not.
Come on,
no, you're not
Pradeep,
doing
you're
it
on
with
this side.
swagger.
Okay.
For the only
Now you got
pollster
it,
who
you
got
got
it
it now.
right, you have to do it with more
Right?
swagger.
Yeah.
You got to do it with swagger.
Less swagger.
वो कैसे वो
से नहीं
करते हैं
चलेगा.
ना? चल, ready?
अरे वाह, क्या?
That's the way. That's the way. Okay, come on. We had a good time.
Now, let me tell you this time.
Okay, go ahead.
Rahul, this time the pressure was tremendous and I would say highest.
Why was the
Highest ever.
No, because you
Highest
messed up
ever.
Karnataka last time.
One is that, and secondly, you must have seen all the polling agencies, all the channels. They also do good job and they are getting the data in, and none of them, all of them has shown the hung assembly possibility. You tell me one agency or a channel who has not shown the hung assembly.
Which is why you are Rocky Bhai. Which is why you are Rocky Bhai.
I am trying to tell you is that when data comes in, and the kind of campaign going on by the political party, and to put this kind of number, and particularly the pressure is that how to start the tally 120 plus. This is something very difficult.
Did you have your heart in your mouth when you saw 110, 105,
No,
111?
that time you people were just...
I was nervous.
Just guessing it, ki it will be hung assembly and possibility and JDS and Joker and all that kind of a thing. But that time only 4 to 5 rounds were completed. And I was very clear, particularly on account of vote share. It was since beginning from Election Commission, once the all 224 seats started machine counting, it was always 44 by 36.
Which is true.
8%. So
I want to show that on the
So
screen.
that shows-
One second.
that
This is very important. His not just is this right
In beginning,
broadly,
then it settled to
directionally,
7%.
he also has it
7%.
right in terms of vote share.
43 by
43 for the Congress,
Same we
36 for the BJP. 8% was the gap in Pradeep's poll.
No, 7%. I think
No,
Pradeep
8%
predicted
was the
7,
gap
right?
in
No,
Pradeep's
43-35 we predicted, 43-35.
So it's 43-36. Now the interesting thing is that you've been able to capture the direction right. The two little things which aren't right. Now I want to see where things stand at this moment as I get you to respond to that.
Rahul, poll percentage ditto matching,
It's fantastic.
seat numbers ditto matching for all the parties.
It's just phenomenal.
All the parties are in our mid-range.
And you know, I want to tell viewers why it's so tough. Remember, this is a three-cornered state. There's a third player. When it's bipolar, you might be able to get it right. When it's tripolar, you don't know how much that
Triangular.
And regionally, it is
and you've got
placed regionally.
sub-regional, and you've got independents and strong candidates coming in also. So it was not an easy poll. To pull Karnataka off like that, it's a tough state to predict.
What changes did you make from the last time? Because a lot of people, especially when they were coming in, they said, okay, you got it wrong last time. I know that you've been working very hard on trying to perfect your Karnataka polling techniques. Explain to our viewers what changes you made.
Let me give you full and extraordinary credit to my Axis My India team on the ground and back in office doing analysis. And let me tell you this time, we have studied our last term, 2018 data more than this time data.
Okay. We will continue talking about this. Siddaramaiah is speaking at
Now
this
see
moment.
131.
I want to go across
Rajdeep.
and
131
show you his son Yatindra flanks him, the doctor. Siddaramaiah speaking at this moment live. This is the first time we are hearing him say anything since the morning. So we'll just sit for a moment. We'll come back. R.K. Upadhyay will translate for us, and then we'll continue talking about just how fantastic this poll was.
120.
Made
ಎಲ್ಲ ಸುಮ್ಮನಿರ್ಬೇಕು ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಆಮೇಲೆ The counting of the votes is not yet completed. The trend clearly shows that Congress party would get comfortable majority. I have been consistently telling during my campaign that Congress party would get around 130 seats. That was my assessment of the situation in the state. Almost it comes true. We may cross 130 also. It's a big victory to Congress party. The people of Karnataka wanted a change. In Karnataka, because they were fed up with BJP government. There was a strong anti-incumbency against the BJP government. The BJP did not come to power. Whether it is in 2008 or in 2018, there was no mandate by the people, the BJP party. In 2008 also there was a fractured verdict. In 2018 also there was a fractured verdict. In 2008 also they came to power through Operation Kamala. In 2018 also Operation Kamala. They have spent lot of money in Operation Kamala. The BJP asked some of the MLAs who defected from Congress and JDS by giving them money, and all MLAs who are defected and involved in Operation Kamala, they were all sold. Many of them were taught a lesson in this election. The people of Karnataka are politically very matured people. They know which party would save the state, because there was a threat by the BJP to the secular fabric of the state. There was a hate politics. The people of Karnataka are not tolerating hate politics or communal politics. They tried to win this election by money power. They could not succeed with money power. And Rahul Gandhi ji, Priyanka Gandhi ji, Mallikarjun Kharge ji, they also campaigned Congress party aggressively. The Padayatra of Rahul ji also helped. It enthuses the workers, the cadre in the party. I think this election is a very crucial election. This result of this election will be a stepping stone for the coming Lok Sabha election. I hope that all non-BJP parties come together and see that BJP is defeated. I also hope that Rahul ji may become the Prime Minister of this country.
Sir, is this mandate against the Modi and Amit Shah who campaigned aggressively for 25 days?
Definitely, 100%. It is a mandate against the Narendra Modi. It is a mandate against the Amit Shah. It is a mandate against the Nadda. It is because Narendra Modi has come to Karnataka 20 times. He addressed 20 rallies. No Prime Minister in the park has campaigned like Narendra Modi. Hey, ಯಾರ ದಿವಸ ಕೇಳಪ್ಪ. ಇಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಅದು ಹಚ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ. ಇದೆ.
If that is the case, why did Congress not do well in Bangalore and coastal area? Congress has not done well in this two regions. What is the reason?
See, in the last election, we won only one seat in Bangalore. This time we expected 3 to 4. But Ramanath Rai, Bantwal, we expected. And also Beltangadi, beauty colors ಗೆದ್ದಿದ್ದಾರಲ್ಲ. ಒಂದು 3-4 ಪುತ್ತೂರು we expected. ಆಯ್ತಾ ಆಯ್ತು 4 ಗೆಲ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಇತ್ತು. ಉಡುಪಿನಲ್ಲಿ 2 ಗೆಲ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಇತ್ತು. ಬೈದೂರು ಏನಾಯ್ತು? ಬೈದೂರು
Lingayath community and Makkaligar community stayed away from Congress in the last election.
No.
They have voted considerably to Congress this time.
Considerable number of Lingayats also voted Congress party. Considerable number of Okligas also voted Congress party, including Brahmins. See, Congress party is a party. This is the only secular party in the country which is taking the votes of all communities, all religions. It is the only party. See, as far as BJP is concerned, not a single Muslim was given a ticket out of 224. Not a Christian was given a ticket. Narendra Modi was telling, "Sabka saath, sabka vikas." How false? Hey! How much lie he made? See, Narendra Modi could not fulfill in his 9 years tenure the major promises which he has made to the people of the country. No, I was not apprehension. I had no apprehension that Operation Kamala will do it. But because BJP is known for it. With money power, they will go to any extent. But I was not under the apprehension of that BJP is going to make this Operation Kamala, because Congress party would win in this election and more than 130 seats. That is what I expected. So that is what happened also. It is going to be happened. In 130 means, see, JDS less than 25 seats. That is what I said, 20 to 25 seats. BJP 60 to 70, 65. That is what my calculation.
You are more powerful than
I thank Mallikarjuna ji, Mallikarjun Kharge ji. I thank Rahul ji. I thank Priyanka Gandhi ji for their campaign, aggressive campaign in Karnataka. So for the Karnataka Assembly election is greater, Sonia Gandhi ji also. And all the general secretaries, particularly Venugopal, Surjewala, and other secretaries who are in charge of Karnataka, I thank all of them.
CLP meeting का कब प्लान किया? When is the CLP meeting?
ನಾಳೆ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. Tomorrow we want to have a CLP meeting, but all MLAs may not come. Newly elected MLAs may not come tonight. Therefore, we'll think over it. Anyway, CLP meeting is called.
Bajrang Dal as you promised. Will you still ban the Bajrang Dal as promised?
It won't make any effect. We are not reading the manifesto correctly. We are not reading the manifesto. What we said was the organization belonging to Muslims, belonging to Hindus like Bajrang Dal and PFI, if they do hate politics, such organizations should be banned. That's what we said.
Big question for you.
The next big question, very important
And emotional moment for you also that you said that it's going to be your last election. So what's the next
Both
step?
of you are asking that.
The next same
One at a time.
Same thing, sir.
So this is an emotional moment for you. You said that this is going to be your last election. Next question in front of you is who is going to be the CM? People are looking at
As far as the next CM is concerned, hey,
Let him answer.
as far as the next CM is concerned, newly elected MLAs, they will give their opinion. On the basis of the opinion given by the newly elected MLAs, the High Command will take a decision. That is number one. ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಮೊದಲು ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಆಮೇಲೆ ಕನ್ನಡ The High Command will take a decision on the opinion given by the newly elected MLAs.
Sir. Mumbai has said that instead of all the hard work PM can everyone give, but we cannot meet the majority. But we will reorganize the party and come in the Lok Sabha. How do you see it, sir?
See what he said before the counting. What he said before the counting. Huh? Tell me. Please show that.
Siddaramaiah, he led the Congress's campaign, far and away the most popular candidate according to the post poll study in Karnataka. He says the MLAs will give their view and the High Command will decide. Pick this subtle nuance. He said the High Command will decide basis the view of the MLAs, obviously realizing that a majority of the MLAs who are being elected are wanting Siddaramaiah to be Chief Minister. India's numero uno pollster is with me in the studio, and now I want to call Rajdeep Sardesai, who in the middle of this Siddaramaiah press conference has magically managed to change his clothes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Kya baat hai? Wow, Rajdeep.
I've got full Kannadiga. I'm the Kannadiga, local Kannadiga. I went to a lovely restaurant called Brahmins in Bengaluru, where I had excellent, where they gave me a nice veshti, so I brought it here. And it's a lovely state. I owe it a lot. My son speaks fluent Kannada. I spent 8-9 years there. And look, I'm not doing this because Congress won or anyone, because Pradeep Gupta has won. And therefore, he's the man of the match. And I decided...
Rajdeep is also holding on to it for dear life.
My fear is kahin kuch veshti ka ho jaye, mera kya hoga? You know, but I
Like
hope...
holding on to it like really tight.
I'm okay. I'm okay. Don't do too much? Okay. But look, you know, it's wonderful. And that's the distinctive...
Do you feel Pradeep Gupta like Rocky Bhai at this moment?
No.
From the Kolar goldfields?
He says he won't dance, so I won't dance.
I think next
No,
time...
he's been... His team messaged me saying he's been practicing his dance.
No, not at all.
Arey, your team only told me.
My team and myself were practicing only the number crunching, and number crunching. Nothing else this time, because this time it was so much of our prestige was on the stake.
No, and this is when nobody else called it like this. You know, 132 is where things stand right now. Not one other polling agency said the BJP would be in the 60s and the Congress could be above 130. And I must tell our viewers that even the senior most Congress leaders, including those most closely involved with Karnataka politics who I spoke to, were thinking that they're more likely to be around 115 or so, 113, 114.
Absolutely.
130 is beyond their imagination.
You know, Rahul, you remember I told you about a midnight call, someone saying, are you all sure about your numbers? I said, look, Pradeep is sure. And I think the big thing about Pradeep, and we'll see it in his post-poll eventually, as of Sandeep's, is the gap between men and women, or between women in the two parties. My sense is the Congress has scored 6 to 8%. His poll had 11%, possibly as high as 11%. That's huge. once you've got that, I keep asking people, show me one poll where women have voted for the losing
All
side.
the producers in my ear are saying, why aren't Pradeep and Rajdeep dancing? Because see, now the problem will be,
Rahul Kawal.
one thing, I'll tell you what the problem will be. You danced when AAP won, you danced when BJP won. They're saying, why isn't Rajdeep dancing with Pradeep?
Because Rajdeep is worried that his lungi dance could turn to be rather embarrassing. Think about what could happen.
I am also very worried about that,
I was
yeah.
suggesting, Rajdeep, that you can have a belt or a nada
Oh, hey, mere paas.
to hold down to your lungi.
No, look, this is a wonderful part of the world, and I am delighted to. It is in summer the best dress to wear. You feel really good, and I'm glad to be there in all white.
Full of air.
Full of air. Full of air. So, Pradeep, we'll do
No.
one.
Okay, come
Rocky
on.
We'll do the
Come on,
Rocky
Pradeep ji. Itna bada jeet
I
gaya aap
don't
log.
know how to do that.
Come on. Rocky Bhai walk. Come on, Pradeep, you can do a Rocky Bhai. Come on.
Let's see.
अरे
Let's
ऐसे
see you
थोड़ी
move.
होता है.
Let's see you move. IPL style.
See, I'll tell you, Pradeep, I'll
That's
tell
it.
you the difference. See,
That's it.
Rajdeep learned from Yash. Yash had come to the conclave. Rajdeep,
Yeah.
that's where you learned your Rocky Bhai move from.
Dekho,
Because
Yash-
he got you standing next to him and doing the move.
Boss, I don't get paid extra for doing the dance. Yash gets paid huge amounts. I get paid the same amount, whatever happens, right? So, I mean, look, don't compare me to Yash. He's a superstar.
No, but Pradeep is a superstar as
He's
well.
a psychological superstar. You and I are apna karte hain. If we lose, we get blamed.
No, we get blamed whether we win or lose.
You know, either way.
Makes
So,
no
I mean,
difference. Somebody will be unhappy.
how you want to tell us?
Last year or 2 years back,
Ah.
when Siddaramaiah was speaking in the assembly, suddenly Shiv Kumar came behind and whispered something into his ear. And what he whispered is his panche is gone.
Arre baap re.
Both of them together helped Siddaramaiah put on his
For
panche
real or
again.
you're just
This
making
actually happened.
This happened
In the
for real or you're making it up?
And in the mic, on the mic, Siddaramaiah said, I put on a little bit of weight, and then he was tying it.
Panche ke piche kya hai? They're not even going to talk about. They're not
Let
even
me
going
tell you
down that
one more
road.
thing.
Yes.
If Congress is struggling to find the chief minister, the next chief minister, I think Rajdeep is ready, dressed up in a Karnataka, the common choice for
Minister
the
तो
chief
बना ही दो.
नहीं, देखो ऐसा है.
Is that why since morning
Minister
he's been
is
saying
hotly
he's a
contested.
Kannadiga?
Look, Delhi, compared to Delhi, Bengaluru has beautiful weather, lovely people. You walk down Cubbon Park in the morning, it's a beautiful part of the world. So if someone wants to invite me to Bengaluru, I'm happy to come and have a good weekend there. But I think we've done enough with this. I think we should go back to
No,
the
let's
to
go.
our job.
No,
Yeah,
let's
let's do our
Pradeep,
job.
Pradeep,
Let's
come
go
here.
back.
I want to show you the magic of the India Today post-poll study with Access My India. And let's go region by region. In coastal Karnataka, you would recall, Pradeep Gupta had said that the BJP would dominate. That's exactly what's happened. Twice the number of seats. The Congress has got 12 place 6 in coastal
13
Karnataka.
seats we've given.
In Hyderabad, Karnataka, Pradeep Gupta had said the Congress would dominate in a big way. Initially, it seemed that may not be happening in Hyderabad, Karnataka, but that's exactly the way it ended up. 26 versus 10. A big win for the Congress in Hyderabad, Karnataka. The biggest story, which everyone was surprised
Bombay,
about,
Karnataka.
all the BJP leaders I spoke to said, Bombay, Karnataka mein aisa boss ho hi nahi sakta. I don't know what you guys are smoking. It is impossible. But that is exactly what happened. 33 leads, up 16. The BJP down 14 from the last time. How did the Congress manage to sweep? Because see, in old Mysuru, they're largely up against the JDS. Here, it's Congress versus BJP and Congress is winning.
Though this region, Bombay, Karnataka, is dominated by Lingayats.
And they've held on to the Lingayat vote share, the BJP.
But people tend to forget that when we say dominate, which is the number one cost equation in that particular region, number one meaning here 18% Lingayats are there. And about Marathas and general, the Brahmins, about 7%. So 25% in all. Until and unless you secure the vote of SCs and STs, nothing is going to
So
work
the magic
for any
of the
party.
post-poll study, Rajdeep, that we did is captured in the Lingayat-dominated seats, the 69 Lingayat-dominated seats, where the Congress has picked up 47 seats. You know, to pick this up is counterintuitive. To pick this up is almost magical because nobody else is thinking that something like this is possible.
You know, and actually what, and as Pradeep's post-poll says, it's not as if the Lingayats left the BJP. There was a counter consolidation on the, you know, and that you'll see when you come to the SC/ST seats. And the real story of Karnataka, to my mind, is SC/ST on one side, and to my mind also the women, men, you know, gender. I cannot emphasize enough. Every election, Rahul, which are the elections where the BJP's faced a struggle and lost? Mamata Banerjee defeated them. She had more women vote. Nitish Kumar, against all the odds in the backdrop of COVID, won that 20 November election. Women voted in larger numbers for him. Show me an election where women, why did Yogi Adityanath win? Women voted in much larger numbers. Women are cutting across all your Lingayat, Vokaliga, Dalit, tribal, because they feel strongest.
Can I give a national context to what we've seen happen? And I don't want to refer only to one state.
We'll get that post.
But the strategy that we've seen, Pradeep, is essentially what the BJP has done in states like Haryana, in states like Uttar Pradesh, where the non-dominant communities are brought together. For example, in Haryana, despite the Jats not overwhelmingly voting for the BJP, they were able to get the non-Jats together. Here, despite the Lingayats not voting for the Congress, they were able to get the non-Lingayats together, form a rainbow coalition. So the Congress has done to the BJP what the BJP typically does to the Congress in most other states and to opposition parties like
Before Pradeep, 1 minute, because Supriya Srinath wants to leave.
You want to say sorry?
Yes, Supriya Srinath, about 3 hours ago, what was it, about 10:30, I had said you were in for a tough fight because you were 114, 115, and I said, you know, be careful.
300 रुपए लेकर फैंटेसी क्रिकेट की दुनिया में एंट्री मारी थी और आज इस फील्ड का लोग मुझे राजा बोलते हैं। मैं हूं अनुराग द्विवेदी और मैंने 6 साल में 50 करोड़ से भी ज्यादा कैश प्राइज विन किया है और ये है हमारा यूट्यूब चैनल जहां पर लाखों लोग रोजाना
Srinath smile. I know as a social media
Now she's smiling.
2 घंटे पहले आप कर सकते थे. So you are also nervous. Big win. Congratulations.
I was never win. And in fact, I'm back on India today very briefly to just tell both you and Rahul, I told you so at 10:30 a.m. That's why I'm back and I will go back to say, no, 1 second.
No, but you told us at 10:30, we told you on the 10th of May. We already told you on the 10th of May what you told us at 10:30.
But at 10:30 a.m., you were almost making it sound as if we are the vanquished and they are the victors.
No, we were saying tough fight.
I'm glad I stuck to my gut and I'm glad I stuck to my own assessment. I will, however, say we have to be absolutely humble in our victory. And I think the credit should be given to the leadership of the Congress party and to the people of Karnataka who did not get swayed by the diversionary, distinct practices of the BJP. They stuck to real issues. They
Would you like to congratulate Pradeep Gupta also? He was giving you bigger numbers than most Karnataka Congress leaders were giving me. What do you have to say about his poll, Supriya?
That's not true. Our own assessment was numbers were exactly where they are, but Pradeep Gupta has got it right each time, whether we won or lost. And so when we win,
what
yes,
about EVM machines? Supriya, what about EVM machines? Are EVM machines safe or not? Do you have faith in electronic voting machines?
Rahul, I am neither going to let you distract me with one video or get me distracted with this. Today is the day when we have won.
So democracy is in danger or not? Supriya, is democracy in India in danger or not? Supriya, is democracy in India in danger or is it alive and kicking?
Is in safe hands.
Democracy in India has been reinstated by people in Karnataka who are telling Prime Minister, don't come to Karnataka.
Come on, Supriya, that's unfair. No, that's unfair. It can't be that when you win, democracy is alive and kicking. When the BJP is winning, then democracy is dead.
दर्द तो मैं समझ सकती हूँ, लेकिन दर्द आज मत दिखाओ, आज हंसी दिखाओ, खुशी दिखाओ.
No, there's no question. There's no question.
Supriya, now you're doing an Amit Malviya on us, and that you don't need to do that.
Why don't I get to do it? Don't I get
No. She's the winner opposite of Amit Malviya in the BJP. Devan runs the Congress
That's
IT
right.
cell, social media cell. The other.
No, so
but this is really a big question, Rajdeep. Now, 1 second. For all of what they say about democracy being in danger, institutions being corrupted, people being swayed, etc., etc. The fact that they've won as dramatically as they have, the fact that they have won, not one Congress leader today questioning the validity of electronic voting machines.
I think we have to make a distinction between institutions that could be in danger and the EVM.
Every time they lost, they said elections are being fixed. Modi is fixing elections. Amit Shah is fixing elections, not acknowledging that they ran a weak campaign. When they ran a good campaign, from the first day, we've been saying they ran a good campaign.
Before you come in, just let me say this, Rahul Kanwal. I've always believed this EVM debate, you show me the evidence, otherwise you shouldn't be speaking about it.
No, but how many Congress leaders have said that?
You know, yeah, you see the fact, whether it ends or not, provide me evidence if you believe, otherwise don't. But Supriya Srinath, a final word, how are you going to celebrate now? You see, you need to finally, the Congress, the dholes in the morning I thought were premature. Now you can celebrate in the evening. And I can offer you also Mysore Pak, the same Mysore Pak that I offered Amit Malviya. Maybe the two of you can have a box together.
I run the IT cell of the Congress party and he runs the biggest fake news factory in the world. So I'm not sharing anything with him. But I will just, before I go, say one word. And I think that one word has to be the resilience of democracy. When you take pot shots at me for what some people may have said about EVM, we did not say EVM in Gujarat. Yes, we lost, but we won Himachal. We won Karnataka. I think it's the resilience of democracy. When you push people and take their vote for granted, they retaliate and they retaliate in big numbers.
You can say this, but when the BJP wins, you cannot say that democracy is dead. Democracy is dead in India. But Congress wins in Karnataka. Now let's see whether democracy is dead or not. Because democracy can't die on the day that you lose, and democracy cannot be alive on the day that you win. Democracy is alive. You need to fight. Like you fought in Karnataka, you need to fight and let voters decide who they want.
No, you're making an illogical statement. Democracy is dead when institutions are, compromised. Democracy is dead when the Prime Minister goes on and makes an appeal after the Model Code of Conduct says 5 p.m. the campaign is over. Democracy is dead when, journalists are jailed for showing the truth. Yes, democracy is dead.
Government democracy is alive.
Madam,
Okay, Janta Janardhan, ma'am, Janta Janardhan. At the end of the day, Janta Janardhan, मैंने कहा उस दिन गाना, Rahul asked me to sing a song. I sang it, I can sing it again. गरीबों की सुनो, वो तुम्हारी सुनेगा. That's the song. That's the song. So I think the people know better.
He's in full flow.
No, the people know better. That is true.
The song.
That is true. You asked me for a song.
हो गई तो वो 10 लाख तुम्हें देगा.
तो एक पैसा दोगे. No, you see, if I start singing more, all the viewers that we have will leave. So I won't do that. But the fact is, that is what happens. So
Does Supriya want to sing a song? Supriya?
What's your song,
What's your
Supriya?
song? Even if you don't sing it, what's your song? What are you humming? What track's playing in your head?
Come on, give us your favorite song today.
Lots actually, but to begin with, I'm unstoppable. Have a good day, guys.
Okay, unstoppable. Stay unstoppable. क्या करे?
No,
Pradeep, तेरा कौन सा गाना है? तू गाना तो गा.
नहीं गाना छोड़ो. I would only
You and I are
say
great singing fans.
democracy is
He sings?
alive.
Very good singer.
No.
Please.
Kishore Kumar.
No. Democracy is alive as long as people are electing the government in all fairness.
Absolutely.
That's
No,
it.
but this is an important point which needs to be made. 5.2 crore voters in Karnataka had the option of casting their mandate. 73% of them did. They voted one way. Democracy cannot be alive on the day the opposition wins, and democracy cannot be dead the day the BJP wins. This is double standards. EVMs can't become unreliable and fixed the day the BJP wins, and they can't become perfectly validated on the day the opposition wins.
So
I couldn't
democracy
agree
in
with you
safe
more.
hands.
Yeah, sure. But, let's also give credit to the people of Karnataka. This is a state with a single day poll. It does not require multiple polls like other states. Peaceful. You don't hear of complaints of irregularities. People calmly go to the polling booths. I even saw Mr. Basavaraj Bommai, very calm.
Not
and
one repoll, not even one repoll.
Yeah, and he's going to probably leave tonight, and it's great. Look at what's happening in neighboring Pakistan, where you've got Imran Khan's being jailed. There's violence. This is, in all Indian electoral democracy, is one of the great stories of this country. We should be proud of it. You agree with that, Ashok?
Absolutely. And if I could add to it, I think the people have voted wisely, because even if you're a BJP supporter, you're actually happy there's a single party government. Rather than a khichdi in a coalition.
And now you won't have, at least the resort owners are in bad, have had a bad
Which
day.
is a good thing for Karnataka's politics.
Which is a great thing for Karnataka.
Absolutely.
Okay, Professor Shastri, democracy thriving or not?
Undoubtedly thriving, and as I told
Electoral democracy.
I told you in the beginning of this show today, whenever Congress is ahead, it will be a majority, as is being proved now.
Another person.
Oh, those are two important images on your screen, right? KC Venugopal, Organizational Secretary of the Congress, Randeep Singh Surjewala. He's had many electoral debacles, but in this victory is Randeep Surjewala's victory as well. Only he knows how he's kept Siddaramaiah and Shiv Kumar together, getting them to calm down, thande ho jao, bringing them together.
And Rahul, there's a reason. You see, KC Venugopal was General Secretary last time when the Congress lost Karnataka.
But he doesn't have much chops with the Karnataka
in
Congress.
2018. So 2018
People don't take him very seriously.
No. He's very close to Rahul Gandhi. And at the end
That's his claim to fame.
Dekho, jo jeeta wo Sikandar. Today is not a day. If I was a Congress strategist, today is a day I would celebrate, because when I haven't won a big election for years and it happens, it shows resilience. You see, at the end of the day, politicians, Sharad Pawar once told me, I said, sir, what are the qualities you need to be a fine politician? And he said two. He said, one, have a thick skin. Number two, patience. You've got to stay on,
But Rajiv, it's a big fillip for Randeep Singh Surjewala as well.
He's lost three consecutive elections.
Exactly. He's lost 3 consecutive elections. His back was to the wall when the whole rejig happened in the Congress party.
Right.
He is bag and baggage in Karnataka. This election was make or break for Randeep Singh Surjewala's career in the Congress as well.
No, also the one person who's not on the screen right now is Sunil Konalugu. And remember, he is the Prashant Kishore of sorts for the Congress's campaign in Karnataka. The only difference is PK would have been live right now, taking a part of the credit and possibly irking his political benefactors. But Sunil played exactly the same role behind the scenes. He's the third leg in that stool. He brought the campaign together. So while a lot of the political organization was done by the likes of Shiv Kumar and Siddaramaiah, did a lot of the campaigning, he's the brains in some sense.
And way more elusive than
40% Sarkara, PCM, etc. A lot of it came from him, which really did help the Congress dominate the narrative. It hasn't happened in a long time where the Congress, except when they got blindsided by the Bajrang Bal versus Bajrang Dali self-goal towards the end, the Congress did dominate
But
the
it's not a
campaign.
self-goal anymore, no? That's what they were wondering in the end. So it's actually worked for them.
Everything is a sixer.
No, for them it actually worked.
Yeah, go ahead.
When you're talking about the Congress campaign in Karnataka, I think one needs to give it kudos. Because, one of the biggest thing was centralization versus localization. I've been watching the campaign. One of the things is, this business of saying, 40% CM. And then, but the BJP repartees were very quick. The last 5 days saw repartee after repartee, front page. The Times of India was divided into 2 separate supplements. One supplement had the front page of the BJP, the other had that of the Congress. So repartee after repartee, eye in the eye kind of politics, and reacting to what happened yesterday. That is the niftiness of the campaign. I think both the parties ran a nifty campaign, but one party
I thought the Congress
did better.
was far superior. They were way more professional.
Veerappa Moily joins us, senior Congress leader. And remember, this is a big day because 134 versus 64. When was the last time the Congress was almost double the tally of the Bharatiya Janata Party? So that hasn't happened in a very long time, not in the Modi era. They won big in Chhattisgarh. Chhattisgarh, relatively speaking, is a smaller state, much more political prestige at play in Karnataka, where the Congress has delivered a big blow to the Bharatiya Janata Party. That's DK Shiv Kumar holding the Congress flag on his balcony at his residence. He's one of the big architects of this victory as well. He was under the weather, but once you win in the way that he has, then it doesn't really matter. Everything then just gets fixed completely. It's a big day for the Congress party. One thing that Pradeep Gupta said, which I remember from Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh, is that you believed it was good for the BJP.
Yes.
Because a lot of the anti-incumbency then got flushed out, clearing the deck for the Lok Sabha polls, which in any case is the much bigger fight for the BJP from Modi's perspective.
And also it allows party to revisit their strategy. That is very important in politics. Whatever you have been doing and you are losing, and if you don't learn from those mistakes, it's not going to have, works for you. So this is what happened. And on the other side, the winning side person often get complacent, and they miss the ground reality. To read the ground reality and to address them is the key to success.
And I remember, if we all remember, 2018 November, December, Congress won Chhattisgarh, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh. And they felt that, 5 months later, all is well. It didn't work out because you made wrong choices. State elections are very different to national elections. I think political parties need to recognize that. They have every reason to celebrate in a federal polity when they win state elections. But how do you adjust to a national election is going to be a big challenge, Ashok Malik, for all political parties, including the BJP. For the Congress, the reverse. How do I take my state success to the national level? The BJP, how do I take my national success to a state level?
Look, the national election is an entirely different election. But as Pradeep Gupta has said, the state elections leading up to it give parties a time to re-strategize, look at new techniques. There are challenges for both. The Congress's big challenge is no national face. The BJP's challenges a third time is, to motivate voters to come out a third time. There's no hostility to Mr. Modi, but there is obviously a complacency, a fatigue which sets in. So
How would you do it, Professor Shastri? You know, if today you were telling the two sides, what do they need to do in the next 9 months ahead of a Lok Sabha election if they have to make Karnataka their bastion? BJP won 26 out of 28 in Karnataka 2019 Lok Sabha. What do they need to do to repeat it? What does the Congress need to do to prevent that happening?
Rajdeep, I have already said it. Prime Minister Modi has already launched the first election campaign for the 2024 elections in Bangalore. Then he campaigned for the state assembly election. I think when it comes to the national poll from Karnataka, the buzz I have been hearing among a lot of people is when it comes to the national election, Modi, we are with the BJP. The point you made.
So how do you change that?
Can
That be changed? Can political parties change that?
I think what will be important for the Congress is in the next 1 year they come up with a good performance at the state level.
So they're going to have to perform.
They're
going to have to perform and they'll have to give it time to perform.
And the opposition will need to come together.
Veerappa Moily, he joins us live and exclusive at this time. He's been Chief Minister from 92 to 94 and understands the state of Karnataka very well. Mr. Moily, many congratulations on this big historic victory at this moment. The Congress party 54 up from the last elections. It's been a long while and not often in the Modi era that the Congress has been able to win against the BJP in such resounding fashion.
Mr. Moily, can you hear us? Mr. Moily, can you hear us? Mr. Moily, we'll try. Mr. Moily, one more time. Can you hear us, Mr. Moily?
Okay, give us a
come to the question of you know, what can a political party do to undo it all. See, the Kannadiga has redefined the election to say that 3 parties for 3 purposes. The Lok Sabha, the Assembly and the BBMP. Now the point is, if the Congress wants to establish itself, it needs to have a national story for the Lok Sabha election. It cannot go to the Lok Sabha election with a local story. It won with a local story the assembly elections, but it can't do that. And in the BBMP election, it has to go with a micro-local story, which is all about things that you see, touch, smell, taste, walk on, fall down upon, etc.
I think one more thing is in this election, very, very big losses to the defectors. So defectors have been defeated in a very bad way. Mahesh Kumatali has lost. Ramesh Jarkiwali, I believe, has lost.
He's trailing.
He's trailing. Yes. Sri Ramulu has lost. And then,
Sudhakar has lost.
Sudhakar, who was a man of the moment during the COVID.
Huge. And Sudhakar has faced serious allegations from the other side.
Yes.
This whole 40% commission. If a Sudhakar starts losing, switch from the Congress to the BJP, there is a message. Voters can only do so much. I can't punish a politician every day. But every 5 years in my own little way, I will send a message to at least 10, 12 of them, which will hopefully be understood by others. Defectors, don't defect for your personal benefit. Try and provide the people. I think the last 5 years have been tough years for everyone. COVID years, not easy. So therefore, local anti-incumbency actually gets accentuated. So I think the likes of Sudhakar facing defeat, the likes of C.T. Ravi, was trailing when I last saw him, and he's still trailing.
We can still show that on our screen. As we wait for Veerappa Moily's audio to get fixed, I can show you what's happening on the various VIP seats of Karnataka. B.S. Yedurappa's son, B.Y. Vijendra, leading Basavaraj Bommai, the Chief Minister leading C.T. Ravi, prominent face of the BJP trailing. D.K. Shivkumar has won already handsomely. Karunakar Reddy, brother of Gali Janardhan Reddy, the infamous Bellari brothers, has lost. Soma Shekhar Reddy is trailing at this moment. Gali Lakshmi Aruna, the wife of Mr. Reddy, is trailing. H.D. Kumaraswamy is leading. Revanna, the brother of H.D. Kumaraswamy, Devegowda's other son, has won. Jagdish Shettar has lost. Let me just go there. Now, there's a big message in those who want to jump from the BJP to other parties. Jagdish Shettar in Hubli Dharwad Central managed to get only 29,340 votes. Mahesh Tengiyanki got 64,910 votes. That's a big blow to Jagdish Shettar, although he did, to the extent that he did, impact the narrative as somebody was leaving the BJP, a prominent Lingayat face leaving the BJP, going across to the Congress. Lakshman Savadi, though, the other turncoat from the BJP who came into the Congress has won from Savadi 66,892 votes versus 27,660. Veerappa Moily is now back with us. Moily ji, welcome, congratulations, namaskara.
Yes. Thank you, namaskara.
The Congress smiling after a long time. They haven't had much to smile about. Do you think this is your big day in terms of giving to the Congress High Command some kind of a victory from your state?
Yeah, definitely, hello?
Yes, sir, we hear you. Go on, sir.
Hello?
Please go ahead, sir.
India Today's, India Today's exit poll proved right. In fact, they suggested this number and we could get around that number only. Congress could secure the success. And the Congress, the Karnataka state is always a Congress state, with this ideology, cosmopolitan outlook, secularism, and inclusive politics and social justice. And we could, any party, who runs away from that. For example, the BJP, they depended only on the propaganda and the speeches of Amit Shah and also the Prime Minister of India. That is Narendra Modi. That is not local, and they could not connect to the psyche of the people. That is how that has not impressed the electorate of Karnataka.
So is it a local election then? Mr. Moily, is this a local election fought on local factors using local leaders? That the real message of Karnataka is vocal for local.
Local for local. This is how it happened. Even when Rahul Gandhi came or Madam Sonia ji came here, and our Priyanka ji conducted a hurricane tour, they only touched the local chord, and that is how the people were very much impressed, and their speeches influenced the psyche of the Karnataka voters, and it helped. And our own leaders, the party led by Siddaramaiah ji, D.K. Kumar and many others, including our in charge AICC Surjewala ji, they really worked out a very good strategy. And in fact, in some of the regions, we must have failed in our strategy. But if that, we also work on the even other areas, we could have got another 10 to 12 seats. That doesn't matter. We must congratulate the electorate of Karnataka who have proved their worth and, proved that they are secular and, they are not communal, and they also for the social justice.
Dr. Moily,
it can be that kind of a
Lok
principle.
Sabha results from Karnataka could look very different. The post-poll study that C-Voter ran shows an 8% surge in BJP vote share on the day that these same 43% voters voted for the Congress. If this was a Lok Sabha election, the Congress's vote share, our estimate shows, could have come down by 7% and the BJP's vote share up by 8%. So 2024 in Karnataka could look very different.
Then I am not talking about the Lok Sabha. We'll speak to you on Lok Sabha when it comes to that. But our electorate, particularly, they get the first credit for, and also our leaders who came here, Rahul ji, Sonia Gandhi, the Priyanka, and also our representatives from the ACC who came and canvassed and worked out a strategy.
Mr. Moily, who do you feel is the man right for the top job? Mr. Siddaramaiah or Mr. D.K. Shivakumar?
No, that is a process which the AICC will undertake, and we are confident that they will take a right decision, and there will be absolute unity of the party in running a government for another 5 years.
Mr. Moily, I appreciate your joining us. You're confident that your government will last 5 years. It should with these numbers, but you're not telling us that big question, kaun banega Mukhyamantri, which I think will remain a big question. It's reached 135 now. So what's happened, Rahul, in the last couple of hours is a lot of those marginal calculator seats have gone one way.
Bangalore now 14-14.
So Bangalore also has changed, 14-14. So there is
Dr. Moily smiling. What does it feel to be a congressman At a time when you're handed one big defeat after another, now
Certainly.
to find this kind of a margin, 135 versus 63, must be a big relief.
Yeah, this is definitely a opening, and also, opening not only for the state and also for the national politics, and it will open up the avenues of success of the alliance against BJP.
R.Q. Upadhyay has a question for you.
Lok Sabha election.
ಮೊಯ್ಲಿ ಅವರೇ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ರಾಮಕೃಷ್ಣ ಉಪಾಧ್ಯಾಯ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ಐ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ನೋ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಯು ಸಿ ದ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಎ ಟ್ರೆಡಿಷನ್ ಆಫ್ KPCC president going on to become the chief minister. Do you think D.K. Shivakumar should get a chance now?
No. It is open, and the ACC observers will come and make an assessment. After taking the consensus among the MLAs, they will take right decision. It's not correct that KPCC president invariably cannot become the PCM. For example, when the SM Krishna was a KPCC president, and also Virendra Patil was KPCC, they became the chief ministers. Yes. It's not correct to say that whoever is the PCC president will not become chief minister. But anyway, that all depends upon the ultimate consensus which will be taken of the MLAs, and the AICC observers or the AICC president will take a call.
Yes.
That will be smooth. I am confident about it.
Professor Shastri.
Moili ji, namaskara. Sandeep Shastri here. You just now mentioned that next year's Lok Sabha election is a totally different issue. But as a senior Congress leader, what would you think should be the strategy the party should use in Karnataka for the 2024 Lok Sabha election?
Yeah, for the present, we have to keep our cadre intact by giving them the task every time, whether through the government or through the organization. We have to keep our workers, cadre, leadership quite busy. Just because we succeeded, they should not become again idle. That is one strategy we'll have to adopt. Another question is that, wherever there are gaps, naturally there will be some gaps in strategizing our whole election campaign and also the party strategy. And that has to be, that gap will have to be filled up by working out a proper strategy. Wherever we have failed, whichever region we have failed, I think we need to rework the strategy and present it, and those areas will also, regions are also, will come back to Congress fold.
Okay, we leave it over there for the time being. This is a big victory for the Congress party. Of that there can be absolutely no doubt. And the Congress and every congressman is fully entitled to celebrate it. Dr. Moily, for joining us, thank you very much. Rohan Gupta joins us as well. He's been waiting for a while. Rohan, in your home state of Gujarat, the Congress got pummeled, but you've handed quite a beating to the BJP this time, giving all Congress walas something to cling on to and something to smile about.
Absolutely, Rahul. As a Congress worker, I am very proud and very happy. The way we have defeated BJP, it's not a small thing. Rahul, let me tell you, I was there in Karnataka for last 40 days in different regions. When I went there, local leadership had given up because of 40% corruption and local issues, Nandini's issues and all. After declaration of tickets, their confidence went down, and they were just relying on Mr. Modi that he will come and he will do some magic tamasha and they will win. So I think this is the victory for people of Karnataka for keeping the issues local, for voting on their own issues, for voting against the failure of the government, for voting against the failure of BJP in fulfilling the promises given to them. They tried everything under the sun. I think this is a defeat of overconfidence of their central leadership and defeat of corruption of BJP of state leadership. Because they were before 10 days, let me tell you, Rahul, the local cadre has completely given up. They had no hopes. They were just believing that, okay, Mr. Modi will come, he'll do a road show and they will win. But the way they tried to raise the issues and the way our cadre countered, we kept election on the 5 promises which were given to people. We went to door to door and ensured that this delivery is done. All our CMs were there. Mr. Gehlot, Mr. Sukhu, everybody addressed the press.
How do you ensure that Karnataka doesn't become the next Rajasthan or Chhattisgarh? How do you ensure that Siddaramaiah and Shiv Kumar stay together? Your government in Rajasthan at this moment completely a mess. Sachin Pilot marching, doing his own Rahul Gandhi kind of padyatra in this searing heat. Could Karnataka just be the same unless you're able to keep these two guys together?
राहुल, इस बार चिंता मत कीजिए, सब कुछ अच्छा होने वाला है. कांग्रेस पार्टी also learns, and we have seen that this kind of victory we have never seen in long time. So we have learnt a lot from our mistakes also. We have learnt a lot from
Gupta, tough
BJP's
decisions
arrogance
because
also. So we will ensure
you saying
that
सब कुछ
everything
अच्छा
will
होने
be
वाला है.
handled
कल से
properly.
आपका जो प्रेसिडेंट, जो कल से जो रंधावा जी हैं आपके, who's taking care of राजस्थान, उनसे यही नहीं तय हो पा रहा है कि सचिन पायलट जी के लिए करा क्या जाए. What to make of his march against your own government?
मैडम, आज मुझे कर्नाटक के लिए खुश होने दीजिए. आपके सवाल का जवाब मैं कल दे दूंगा. So I am very happy today because our cadres have work on ground and we let us have one day at least. We are there to answer. We are not like BJP कि हम प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस नहीं करेंगे, आपको जवाब नहीं देंगे. पर आज का दिन हमको खुश होने दीजिए. ये हमारे कार्यकर्ता की मेहनत की जीत है, हमारी लीडरशिप के मैसेज की जीत है और आखिर में कर्नाटक के जनता के स्वाभिमान की जीत है. बिकॉज दे एंश्योर्ड दैट एवरीथिंग दे ट्राइड, दे फेल्ड. एंड अदर लास्ट थिंग, टुडे इज सैटरडे एंड आई एम बिग भक्त ऑफ बजरंग बली जी और मुझे लगता है उनका आशीर्वाद हमको मिला है. अगर बजरंग बली जी के भक्तों को खिलाफ भाजपा ने जिस प्रकार से अत्याचार वहां पे किया है, उनके प्रोमिसेस पूरे नहीं किए हैं, तो आई थिंक उनका भी आशीर्वाद हमारे साथ में है.
Okay, let's leave it there. This Bajrang Bali debate is an interesting one because at some stage we are going to have to see, does it have an impact on election when in the last moment you try to change the narrative? My sense is, Rahul, I could be again wrong, is that it consolidated the BJP's vote.
Zomato has all the restaurant options on it.
Zomato.
Because initially during the campaign, their own voter was quite dispirited because the kind of government that was run. It is right now, if you see their vote share stands at 36%, which is what they had last time. If they hadn't done that, then their own voter may not have come. The initial polls were showing 31% wanting to vote for the BJP. That is 5-6% down from what they had last time. At least they were able to keep their vote together.
But what it
Rajiv,
does...
it's also worked for the Congress because
That's
it
right.
consolidated the Muslim vote.
Sure.
For example, how have they won in Ramnagar? It's because the Muslim vote consolidated behind the Congress
No, I think
and didn't go to the JDS at all.
I think an excellent point that Preeti makes because, Ashok, just a minute, you know, the JDS vote is traditionally where they won, they don't just get vocaligas, they also have constituency with large Muslim pockets, especially in Old Mysore. Now, if that vote consolidates behind the Congress, then the JDS is left.
But the counter to that is any Muslim consolidation would lead to a counter consolidation.
No, it doesn't. You see, this is where I disagree. This is not, if I with due apologies, Rahul, this is how different states are different. That might happen in North India. You see, in North India, aggressive, first of all, the Muslim consolidation in Karnataka will never be aggressive in terms of, it will never be manifest openly. That doesn't then lead to a counter consolidation. Look, elections are eventually won when you get, this is not also Bengal, where you have a 30% Muslim vote, so you can play Muslim vote bank politics. It's only 12%. You need, Congress got a majority Hindu vote. That's the, you know, we need to understand that. You can't win this victory without a majority of the Hindus voting for you. Yes, Ashok, sorry.
Just 2 points about religious politics, okay? One where it works for the BJP in Karnataka, one where it doesn't. But you have to realize the Bajrang Dal is seen very differently in coastal Karnataka than in Bangalore or in Delhi. In coastal areas where there is a Muslim radicalism, where there is a PFI problem, the Bajrang Dal is perceived a little more sympathetically. And therefore, as Rahul says, the BJP's voter came out to vote where otherwise he may have
But
said...
Ashok, how? Because if you look at coastal... Yeah, please.
They may still have lost, but they did come out. That's one.
So
Second point,
go ahead, please go ahead.
The BJP has played a strong religious card over the past 1 year in Karnataka. I think it has backfired because it has ended up consolidating Muslims behind one, like in Bengal, where the Congress did not get any Muslim votes. All the Muslim votes consolidated behind Mamta. It ended up hurting the BJP.
With one caveat, please appreciate, Bengal is 30% Muslim. These are 12%. Let's not call, you see, Hindu-Muslim politics will not work.
Let's listen to DS Yadurappa.
ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಂತ ಬಲದ ಮೇಲೆ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ರಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಈ ಫಲಿತಾಂಶದಿಂದ ಪಕ್ಷದ ಕಾರ್ಯಕರ್ತರು ಧೃತಿಗೆಡುವಂತ ಅಗತ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಜನಪ್ರಿಯ ಪ್ರಧಾನಮಂತ್ರಿ ನರೇಂದ್ರ ಮೋದಿಜಿಯವರ ನೇತೃತ್ವದಲ್ಲಿ ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿಜೆಪಿ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿ ಪರ ಆಡಳಿತ ನೀಡಿದಾಗ್ಯೂ ಸಹ ಪಕ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ಹಿನ್ನಡೆಯಾಗಿರೋ ಬಗ್ಗೆ
Modi earlier.
ಆತ್ಮವಿಮರ್ಶೆ
Now
ಮಾಡಿಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ.
we go to the
ರಾಜ್ಯದ
voters' verdict.
ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಪಕ್ಷದ ಸಹಕಾರ ಸದಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಜನತೆ ಈ
We will
ತೀರ್ಪನ್ನು
cooperate with the government.
ಗೌರವದಿಂದ ಸ್ವೀಕರಿಸುತ್ತೇವೆ. ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಮತದಾರರಿಗೆ
We take this defeat with humility.
Victory and defeat are not new to Bharatiya Janata Party. Started with only 2 seats. BJP has grown to form the government in the state on its own strength. Party workers need not to be panicked by these results. Although the BJP government, under the leadership of the popular Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, has given a pro-development administration in the state, we have lost the election. We will introspect about the party's setback. We will give all cooperation for the development of the state. I respectfully accept this verdict of the people of the state. I want to thank the voters of the Karnataka state. Thank you.
ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ನಿರೀಕ್ಷೆ ಮೀರಿ ಗೆಲುವು ಸಾಧಿಸಿರುವಂತದ್ದು. ಸೊ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಈಗ ಒಂದಷ್ಟು ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿಗಳು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿತ್ತು. ಈ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ನೀವು ಏನ್ ಹೇಳಕ್ ಬಯಸ್ತೀರಿ ಈಗ?
ನೋಡಿಯಪ್ಪ, ನಾನು ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳಕ್ಕೆ ಇಚ್ಛೆ ಪಡುವಂಥದ್ದು. ನೀವೇನು ಮನೆಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿಯನ್ನ ಕಾರ್ಡನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಇದನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ ಅಧಿಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಭರವಸೆಯನ್ನು ಈಡೇರಿಸಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯ. ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿದಂಥ ಭರವಸೆಯನ್ನು ಈಡೇರಿಸಬೇಕು
guarantees from day one.
ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ
He's telling the Congress government.
ಒತ್ತಾಯವನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ.
ಮೋದಿ ಅವರು ಅಮಿತ್ ಶಾ ಅವರು ಪದೇ ಪದೇ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು.
ಚುನಾವಣೆಗೂ ಅದಕ್ಕೇನು ಸಂಬಂಧ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಾವೇನು ಹಿಂದೆ 25 ಲೋಕಸಭಾ ಸೀಟ್ ಗೆದ್ದಿದ್ದು, ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಸೀಟನ್ನು ಗೆದ್ದು ನರೇಂದ್ರ ಮೋದಿ ಅವರು
To win well in Lok Sabha elections, we had won 25 last time. We'll do the same thing 2024 also.
ಲೋಕಸಭಾ ಚುನಾವಣೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಪರಿಣಾಮ
ಯಡಿಯೂರಪ್ಪ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಕಡೆಗಣಿಸಿದ್ದೇನಾದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ
What do you think has gone wrong with the BJP this time as far as the strategy is concerned? And also, sir, you were not that actively campaigning as well.
No, madam, that is not correct. From last 3-4 months, I toured in the state, and you know very well, I have not to say, even if one day I have not taken rest. Even then, we lost the election. Natural. But,
Sir, but what do you think has gone wrong as far
reason
as the
for
strategy
the
of
loss,
the
sir. Too early to say anything. We will introspect about all these things, and we will come back to you.
reason for the incumbency, sir.
Interesting, and I want to get a sense of this, for our viewers. This is the strongman of the BJP for 30 years.
But he knew he was losing.
That's
in
right.
all conversations he was
Private
having,
conversations.
He was saying 60-65. Yedurappa knew exactly where the BJP stood.
So that leaves me to ask this question, Rahul, because here is someone who's been their only regional satrap in a way south of the Vindhyas. 2 years ago, you remove him. You spread, reports that there are allegations of corruption against his family. He's been, nepotism. His son is, of course, contesting. Then you bring him back as the parliamentary board 6 months ago. You say he's your star campaigner. Mr. Modi lifts his hand. Mr. Boma is in the background. Nobody's looking at it. Did they get this Yediyurappa factor wrong? Do they? I mean, I harp on this. Yes, generational change is all very well. But when you have a leader so tall, do you remove him in the manner that you do unless you have someone ready, at least who can match up to some of his charisma? You can't leave it as a vacuum. The BJP did, dare I say, what the Congress has done for years with some of their tall leaders in Karnataka and other states. Why not accept that the BJP got this horribly wrong in terms of the way they dealt with Yediyurappa?
Rajdeep, you are right in that. I think the mistake that in now hindsight which happened is Rajdeep, the Yediyurappa was fatigued towards the end of his tenure and gave up, in a sense. And therefore, the BJP government was not seen as a performing government. When he gave up, I was just now telling Ashok ji, Bommai was not Yediyurappa's choice, but Bommai was centre's choice endorsed by Yediyurappa. And Yediyurappa was not involved in the government as seriously as he would have liked to be. You kept him out. And then in the campaign, you brought him back because you realized he was important for the party to win. So this lack of a consistent approach to Yediyurappa, I think also has caused...
But sources close to Yediyurappa say the next 5 years could be quite good for his son Vijendra. Remember, if another Lingayat chief minister had got another chance for 5 years and R.K. Upadhyay can build on this, then people close to Yediyurappa feel his son would have been sidelined. In some senses, there's a bit of selfishness at play as well, where they think that he will then have 5 years to prove himself in the opposition.
I think secretly Yediyurappa would be happy with this result.
Why?
Yeah.
Because if the BJP had come with the full majority, his son wouldn't be able to shine. He wouldn't be able to shine. Now he can prove himself.
Does he have what it takes to shine?
Well, I think he's capable. He's a very capable man. I met him a few times. He's very sharp. He understands things. And he's very popular among the public. I mean, whenever he goes to some public meeting, I've seen getting maximum support. So he will be the successor to Yediyurappa.
We now have for the first time a seat-by-seat dissection of the accuracy of the India Today, Access My India post-poll study. Pradeep's just got it from his team in Mumbai. Pradeep, do you want to tell us where we stand?
So out of 224, our seat-by-seat prediction stand correct for 190 seats as of now. As of now, 190 seats.
That is phenomenal.
And let me tell you, for the interest of viewers who want to know how the caste equation played, so in comparison to 2018 election, let me tell you, whenever the party who retains 70% of their base, then below 70 is a danger point and above 70 is okay, and above 80 is very good. So let me report one by one. Dalits. BJP hold down to 61% of Dalit and 29% Dalits shifted to Congress and 7% to JDS. Coming to the general class, BJP hold down to 81% of their and 12%
so just one second. Let me pause you to say that you're saying that this is of the vote that they had last time.
Yes.
This is the retain swing analysis. Of the vote they had, how much have they kept and how much is moved? Just 1 second. We're getting some images of Siddaramaiah at the Karnataka Cafe. He is having lunch. And he's earned a good lunch. There he is. I also need lunch, boss. He's getting a good lunch. So he's having a nice lunch at his residence. Siddaramaiah. Now he's making us feel very hungry here in the studios. We need to bounce, Rajdeep. I don't know whether we got a nice Karnataka Cafe kind of lunch, but go on, Pradeep.
Yeah. Okay. So general class.
Bisebeli Bhat. I can see Bisebeli Bhat there. I love it.
81% holding
Ragi Mudde. He's having Ragi Mudde? Ragi Mudde I'm not a great fan of, but go ahead. Sorry.
So 12% shifted to Congress, 4% to JDS. Now very important is Kurba. Congress is holding on to 89% and BJP 60% and shifting 31% away from BJP Kurba votes. Now coming to the most important one, and this is the big game changer over here, let me tell you with full conviction here, these scheduled tribe votes, Adivasi vote. BJP is holding on to 68% and shifting 20% to Congress and 8% to JDS. Here Congress is holding on to 79% their vote.
What is it?
JDS, important is here, JDS, 66% they are holding on to Adivasi vote, what they got last time in last assembly election. 20 shifted to Congress and 11 shifted
The other
to
amazing thing to
BJP.
look at is the Congress tally now, the leads and wins stands at 137.
Beyond Rajdeep's dreams.
No, but close to what Pradeep was saying. Rajdeep's dreams?
Rajdeep is gone. My number now I can reveal it. My number in my, what do you call it? The sweepstakes in the office was 1, 2, 3. I don't know why. I thought, 1, 2, 3 add up to 6. 6 is my lucky number. I chose 1, 2, 3. Then I told a friend that whoever gives the highest, and you can clarify it with your assignment team. I said, Jo sabse zyada dega, wo jeetega. This was about yesterday in the morning. And I tried to change my number.
So it's our producer
I tried to use my influence to change my number. They said, sorry boss, you can't pull your weight here. So at the end of the day, I've lost. And I think someone gave 130.
No, but our coverage won. What I'm told is that you had to add 3 or 4 of our competitors, and even then they would be struggling to kind of meet the live viewership numbers that India Today was registering. And we're very, very thankful to all our viewers for your constant support, your backing, the trust that you have, and for staying plugged into our coverage. The fact also that the poll itself set the tone, and Pradeep Gupta, as is most often the case, if you really need to know what's happening, just watch India Today on the day of the exact poll, and you'll have a very good sense of how the results will ultimately shape up. Mallikarjun Kharge, the Congress president, speaking at this time. Let's listen to him. He comes from Karnataka.
Karnataka Janate ನಮಗೆ ಭಾರಿ ಬಹುಮತವನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದೆ.
Have given us the massive mandate.
ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಜನತೆಗೆ ಬಹಳ ಹೃತ್ಪೂರ್ವಕವಾದಂಥ
I would like to thank the people of Karnataka for this mandate.
ಅವರಿಗೆ ನನ್ನ ಕೈ ಜೋಡಿಸಿ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಏನು ಜನ ನಮ್ಮ ಮೇಲೆ ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೋ ಆ ವಿಶ್ವಾಸಕ್ಕೆ ಪಾತ್ರರಾಗತಕ್ಕಂಥ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ನಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಆತ್ಮವಿಶ್ವಾಸ ನನಗಿದೆ. ನಾವು ನಿರಾಶೆ ಪಡದೆ ಎಲ್ಲನೂ ಕೂಡ ಏನು ನಾವು 5 ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇವೆ, ನಾವು ಅನುಷ್ಠಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ತರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನವನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ.
We will do all possible to fulfill the promises we have made. No, he has not given time limit.
ಆಮೇಲೆ
no time limit.
ಜನ ಈ ಹಿಂದಿನ ಸರ್ಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಸತ್ತು ನಮಗೆ ಅಧಿಕಾರ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
People are fed up with the previous government and that's why we got the mandate.
ಮಾಡಿಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು ಮತ್ತು ಜನರಿಗೆ ಅದರಿಂದ ಸಹಾಯ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಸಾಮಾಜಿಕ ನ್ಯಾಯ,
we will ensure social justice.
ವೆಲ್ಫೇರ್ ಸ್ಕೀಮ್ಸ್ ಏನಿವೆ, ಕಲ್ಯಾಣಕಾರಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಗಳು,
we will implement all the welfare schemes.
ನಾವು ತರ್ತೇವೆ. ಮತ್ತು ವಿಶೇಷವಾಗಿ ಇವತ್ತು ರಾಹುಲ್ ಗಾಂಧಿ ಅವರು ಕೂಡ ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದರ ನಂತರ ಮಾಡೋರಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಾನು ಅವರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಹಾರ್ದಿಕ ಅಭಿನಂದನೆಗಳನ್ನು ಸಲ್ಲಿಸ್ತೇನೆ.
I am congratulating Mr. Rahul Gandhi also for the leadership he has provided.
ಗಾಂಧೀಜಿಯವರ ಅಂಥ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಹುಷಾರಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ,
and Sonia Gandhi also because she came at least for the last campaign despite her ill health.
ಎಲ್ಲನೂ ಕೂಡ ಮತ್ತು ಇಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ನಮ್ಮ ಪಕ್ಷದ ನಾಯಕರು CLP ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರು ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಎಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರ ಆಫೀಸ್ ಬೇರರು, ಸಂಘಟಕರು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಸ್ಪೋಕ್ಸ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ಸು, ಯಾರು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ.
I am thanking all the leaders, the spokespersons, the party workers for the effort they put in.
ಲೀಡರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೆದಂತ ಈ ಚುನಾವಣೆ,
we won this election because of the collective efforts.
ಬಹುಮತದಿಂದ ಅನೇಕ ದಿವಸದ ಮೇಲೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಇದ್ರದೊಂದು ಜನ ಏನು ನಮ್ಮ ಮೇಲೆ ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೋ ಅದನ್ನ ಅವರ ಗೌರವಕ್ಕೆ ಪಾತ್ರರಾಗತಕ್ಕಂಥ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ನಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತೇವೆ.
We will live up to the trust the people have kept in us.
ರಾಹುಲ್ ಗಾಂಧಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ, ಪ್ರಿಯಾಂಕ್ ಗಾಂಧಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ, ಸೋನಿಯಾ ಗಾಂಧಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ
I once again thank Mr. Rahul Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi for the leadership they have provided.
ಅವರಿಗೆ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅವರು ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೆ ಕೂಡಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ
because they made sure that everybody went together.
AICCನಿಂದ ಬಂದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕುಂತು ಸುರ್ಜಿವಾಲಾ ಅವರು ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಸೆಕ್ರೆಟರಿ, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ನಾವು ಒಬ್ಬರ ಹೆಸರು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಜನ.
Thanking Surjewala also.
ಇದು ಒಂದು ಕಲೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಶೋ. ಇದು ನಾವು ಬರ್ತದೆ
ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ
ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇವತ್ತು ನನಗೆ ಇಡೀ ದೇಶದಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಎಲ್ಲಾ
getting phone calls from across the country.
ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ನಾನು ನಿಜವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ
people are congratulating us.
ಅವರ ಪ್ರಬುದ್ಧತೆಗೆ, ಅವರ ಒಂದು ಏನು ಯಾವ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ನಿರ್ಣಯ ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಒಂದು ಮೆಚುರಿಟಿ ಇದೆ. ಅವರಿಗೆ ನಾನು ನಿಜವಾಗ್ಲೂ ತಲೆ ಬಾಗ್ತೇನೆ. पूछे तो बोलते
सर एक बार हिंदी अंग्रेजी हिंदी में भी उत्तर भारत के लोग भी सुनना चाहते हैं, उत्तर भारत के लोग भी सुनना चाहते हैं.
अरे ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿನಲ್ಲ ಕನ್ನಡ
बोलने
ಹೇಳಿ.
ನರೇಂದ್ರ ಮೋದಿ ಅಮಿತ್ ಶಾ ಅವರು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ರ್ಯಾಲಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಬಿಜೆಪಿನ ತಿರಸ್ಕರಿಸಿ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ನ ಆಯ್ಕೆ ಮಾಡಿ. ಇದು ಈ ಒಂದು ಮ್ಯಾಂಡೇಟು ಲೋಕಸಭೆಗೆ ದಿಕ್ಸೂಚಿನ.
ನೋಡಿ, ಇವತ್ತು ನಾನು ಅಸೆಂಬ್ಲಿ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ನಾನು ಮುಂದಿನ ದಿನ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಮುಂದೆ ಬರಲಿ ಮುಂದಿದೆ.
Back to the Lok Sabha elections. I don't want to talk about the Lok Sabha elections. Let's talk about this election.
क्यों है सब सुमने आयत ना ಬೇರೆಯವರಿಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. देखिए अरे बैठो चुप, दोनों बात करेंगे. देश का हमारा करना जैसा मोदी बोलते हैं कि ये मैं मूल निवासी हूँ, कौन सा गुजरात में बोले, मैं भी यहाँ का भूमि पुत्र हूँ. जरा सुनो भूमि पुत्र का भी. हाँ देखिए, मैं आज का चुनाव और आज का जीत ये जनता का जीत है और जनता ने हमको जिताया है और जनता ने एक भ्रष्ट सरकार को डिफीट दिया है, उनको हराया है. लेकिन हमको आगे बहुत कुछ करना है. जो वायदे हमने निभाए, वायदे हमको निभाना है, वो हम निभाएंगे. हमारी जो 5 गारंटी है, जिस गारंटी पे लोग विश्वास रख के उन्होंने हमको वोट दिया है, खासकर महिलाएं, दलित, वंचित, जो ओबीसी के लोग और इवन अदर अपर कास्ट, सभी ने इसमें अपना सहयोग दिया है. तो इसीलिए मुझे बड़ी खुशी होती है कि ये जो कलेक्टिव लीडरशिप में हमने इलेक्शन लड़ा और इसको फल मिला. और इसके लिए मैं खास करके मैं ये कहूँगा कि हमको जो प्रोत्साहन मिला, खास करके जो सोनिया गांधी जी का और राहुल गांधी जी का और प्रियंका गांधी, ये सभी ने जो कैंप यहाँ करके हर जगह घूमे, हर जगह उन्होंने अपना प्रभाव डाला और उनके प्रभाव से भी बहुत से एरिया में ये जो परिणाम निकले हैं उससे ये दर्शाता है. तो इसलिए मैं उनको भी धन्यवाद देता हूं और कंग्रेचुलेट करता हूं कि मेरी पार्टी आज इतनी बड़ी जीत हासिल की. इसका क्रेडिट उनको जाता है और सारे हमारे कार्यकर्ताओं को जाता है. तो इसीलिए मैं यही कहूँगा कि अगर आप अच्छा काम करेंगे तो लोग आपका साथ देंगे और आगे आने वाले दिनों में भी जहाँ जहाँ स्टेट के इलेक्शन होंगे वहाँ पर हम अपना जो आज की जीत है वैसा ही हम कोशिश करें.
हार का क्रेडिट किसका है? हार जो हुई बीजेपी की, क्या पीएम मोदी की हार है मानेंगे आप? प्रधानमंत्री मोदी की हार है ये?
देखो आपके जो विचार है आपके पास, मेरे विचार में मैं ये इलेक्शन हम स्टेट में जो जीते हैं ये जनता की जीत है और हमारे सब कार्यकर्ताओं ने एकजुट होकर ग्राउंड लेवल से बूथ लेवल से लेकर पीसीसी तक जो काम किए और एआईसीसी के सभी नेता लोग एकजुट होकर जो काम किए उसका नतीजा है. किसी और के बारे में अब इस वक्त मैं बोलना नहीं चाहता. हमारे पास एक प्रोसीजर होता है कि कहीं भी राज्य में कभी भी इलेक्शंस होते हैं तो हम लोग उस एक प्रोसीजर के तहत ही करते हैं. यहाँ के एमएलएज की मीटिंग बुलाते हैं, ऑब्जर्वर सेंट्रल ऑब्जर्वर जाते हैं, जाने के बाद वहाँ का जो ओपिनियन आएगा, जो कंसेंसस बनेगा वो हाईकमांड को बताएंगे. हम लोग उसमें सभी रहेंगे, राहुल जी रहेंगे, सभी लोग मिलके निर्णय वो लेंगे. वो बाद में की बात है. अब यही ठहरे ठहरे ऐसा निर्णय कोई भी नहीं लेता, नहीं लिया. मेरे को 52 साल से इसका एक्सपीरियंस है, तो इसीलिए कृपया करके ऐसे क्वेश्चन मत पूछिए.
president. You're the AICC president. You after becoming the president of the AICC, many times they've blamed the Congress leadership for losses. Now, do you take this as your win, sir, being the president?
Don't put what you call your words in my mouth. तो अरे अब जीते हैं, अच्छा माहौल है, इसको रखो, आपको भी अच्छा होता, नहीं तो आपकी जबान बंद हो रही थी। अब देखिए ये जीतने के बाद आपकी जबान भी खुल जाएगी।
सर कब तक आएगा सर? कब होगा सर?
ಒಂದೆರಡು ದಿವಸದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದೆರಡು ದಿವಸದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಕನ್ನಡ
सर आपके एमएलए को यहीं पे रखेंगे सर, बेंगलुरु नहीं रखेंगे, आपके एमएलए को बेंगलुरु में रखेंगे।
ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿ
वहाँ रखना यहाँ रखना कोई बात नहीं है। अब हमारे एमएलए उतने सक्षम है, यूनाइटेड है और कमिटेड है, उनको यहाँ पार्टी मीटिंग के लिए बुलाते हैं, कैसा करना क्या करना उनकी भी राय लेते हैं, तो उसका ये मतलब नहीं छुपा के रखना उधर भेजना, ये नहीं है। तो ಇದು ಒಂದೇನಿದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಪದ್ಧತಿ ಮೊದಲಿಂದ ನಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದಿದೆ, ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ವಿಶೇಷವಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಜನರಿಗೆ MLAಗಳಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಸೇರಿಸಿ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ, ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವರ್ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ, ಆ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವರ್ ಬಂದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲರ ಒಪಿನಿಯನ್ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಒಂದು ಕನ್ಸೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಆ ಕನ್ಸೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಹೈಕಮಾಂಡ್ ಒಂದು ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ತಗೊಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಕೂಡ ಇರ್ತೀನಿ, ಮತ್ತು ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಒಪಿನಿಯನ್ ಬಂದ ಮೇಲೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನು ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ, ಅದರ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಂದಿನ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮವನ್ನು ನಡೀತದೆ।
सर बैलेट पेपर सर बैलेट पेपर बैलेट पेपर वोटिंग आगता मुख्यमंत्री
सर आपके ऑब्जर्वर कौन रहेंगे सर यहाँ के लिए, कर्नाटक के लिए?
अगर वो तुम्हारे सामने बोलो तो मेरा क्या है?
प्रियंका गांधी जी का कितना अहम भूमिका रहने वाली है, क्योंकि इस बार चुनाव में बहुत बड़ा उनका प्रचार का जिम्मा दिया गया था।
I don't want to comment, criticize. This time, I don't want to comment on anybody. We have won. Now we have to work. When the question comes of criticizing in Parliament or in next election, I will do that.
सर एक सवाल प्रियंका गांधी जी के बारे में मैं पूछ रही थी, कई बार पूछा। प्रियंका गांधी की इस बार चुनाव प्रचार में काफी अहम भूमिका रही, आगे आने वाले में उनका क्या अहम भूमिका रहेगी, क्या करने वाले?
देखो वो भी हमारे जो लीडर्स हैं, प्रोमिनेंट लीडर्स, उनमें वो भी है, और वो उनका एक पर्सनालिटी और उनकी जो भाषा सब लोग लाइक करते हैं, इंक्लूडिंग यू। तो ये क्या है, उनका तो पार्टी में जो कद बड़ा होगा उसमें कोई चिंता की बात नहीं, और आप हमारे में फूट डालने की
as Congress president in his home state, and not just a minor 115, 120 kind of victory. This is 137 versus 63. Rajdeep, Mallikarjun Kharge in his home state as Congress president, even if the Gandhis didn't play a role front and center, Kharge as president leading his party to power is a big message.
Piece of trivia here.
Yeah, please go ahead.
This is the first time since Narasimha Rao in Andhra Pradesh in '94 that the Congress will be governing the home state of its national president.
Good point. And I think it makes a difference. You see, you've got to look at this election as Siddharamaiah, who had his Ahinda coalition, which he's been speaking about for the last several years, didn't work in 2018, worked this time.